He worked for a large steam utility in a major metropolitan area, and they sold steam to buildings in the downtown metro area, and they sold steam the same way they sell electricity. People would say, hey, we need heat, we need some sort of heating source for this building, and they would buy heat, and so they'd buy it the same way. He and I went to grad school together, and we'd stayed friends over the years, and he had called me up one day and said, Brad, there's a real problem in the industry. We got to find a way to fix this. So with his steam background in mechanical engineering, very smart, a lot of experience in that space, he knew that I had spent my career in the electronics industry. And he said, Brad, there has to be a way to do this. And I said, well, hasn't somebody come up with a solution to this? This sounds like an area that's ripe for an electronic solution to come into. And he said, Brad, there isn't. And I said, you're kidding me. No one, he said, yeah, every solution out there is purely mechanical. It is unmonitored. And believe it or not, the way they inspect these things is they literally go around with stethoscopes and heat imaging devices. And they have to go to each one and they have to put the stethoscope on it and listen to make sure this valve is opening and closing. They'll then sometimes use a heat gun to actually look at it and see, hey, is this thing working properly? This is supposed to be done maybe once a quarter, but in reality, it's probably done much less than that. And it's very expensive, and you can have hundreds, if not thousands, of these traps in an industry. So when you're talking about sending people around doing that type of very manual work, it gets very expensive just the inspection of them. And also, you don't know. And when these things fail, you're going to have either water building up in your pipes, or you're going to have these things fail open and you're wasting the energy. So that's where you get that 20% loss. So either way, if they fail open, you're losing the energy. If they fail shut, you get water building up and you start damaging infrastructure equipment. So as he was telling me about this problem, we tried a couple of different things. We tried a couple of different prototypes real quickly. We finally landed on something that worked. And with that, we went over and talked to a friend of the family, 𝗦𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗺 of 𝗦𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗺 Ventures. He's done multiple startups throughout the industry. And I said, hey, Rob, do we have something here? And we gave him the pitch and our pitch deck, such as it was at the time. And he was very kind. Looking back at that deck, I still have it. He said, yeah, you guys got something here. You got a lot of work to do on the pitch deck. But he said, I'm starting a venture fund. I'd like to support you guys. And so we started and took off, and here we are today. We're actually shipping products. So it's been an adventure. It's been a lot of fun. And I think what's been the most satisfying is in speaking to people in the industry and speaking to those people who are living with this inherent problem that's been around for more than 40, 50, 60 years or more. They are saying, hey, this is a game changer. This is a huge impact. So the journey really has been one of, I can't believe they still do it this way, to, boy, not only have we solved this problem, we've solved a whole lot of other problems as well.